Mimo Bibia Akwaba Eba Melodies TV. So this is about the fifth story I am making on this particular thing. Mahama and Samuel Wakan Efa WASSCE for Nehono. At this point no, I've laid my message across Ghana for Makasa from Abain institutions. And Samuel Wamodia Ba Nina confirm Mahama and Samuel Wakan to teachers for and so Ekubia. And Yebeka say Kubia a teachers for so. Amonson Samuel Wamaka needing now confirm said the Mahama kind one carbone. Now embredu say Monso Ghana for Moadrentre Efasem Ehuno. It was same day eba. Intino, this is what we are doing. But if for any reason at all, untie report where especially African Education Research Group you report ya Monso Edebae, our Motrese Chronosem Ecoso, Ewa Wasino, Emwa. Maybe I'm a reporting where to Aswama. Let me just say this. I was really passionate about it. And so say Uti now who say na me kasa de denli amon fancheme. Because some of the the hypocrisy Ghana yankro nibi eyana ehin ne nyachum some ne yana ehin. But yanko really come near the Ghana for can. But let me remind you, say we have an official TikTok account. Say it's been a while I talked about your TikTok account. No, TikTok is really doing well. Your official TikTok account say you know, I think it should be 1 month, new say 2 months or say but the TikTok is really doing well. We have 6,000 followers. But the views now you know TikTok no are crazy. Views now you know no. As so saying YouTube the and name no YouTube no. On a efficacy we the encrana. Now here read the comments no. Alex Kwame or say I am crying for the next generation. Ghana will produce a lot of unqualified professionals. This may lead to numerous quack doctors and will make it difficult for these people acquiring good jobs abroad. This regime is in to destroy everything. So sad. And you see, that's what Mahama said. Ghana for young realize it. We are not seeing the effect of what is happening today. We are not going to see the effect today. That should be any effect. No. Even today, people are complaining. Even today. The current crop of doctors doctors no must no more pass exams. Because even here, even nurses grano. Here, unim nurse wa practice for over 10 years, 20 years. So some of the current doctors now to my prescription be no nurse ne cry say na doctor we draw we are walking o kokun nipa no. I am telling you this. Anyway, you that say only fools didn't understand Mahama's speech. Malam say hypocrisy, tribalism, and hatred will destroy this country. Malam Biomo say education shouldn't be used for propaganda. MPP. Farid James say some of us would have become medical doctors if what is happening now happened during our WASSCE time in 2007. You dare not ask a colleague even an objective answer back then. Today, they write answers on the board for students to copy. Eti Charles say, these MPP people don't care about anything they are doing. Joseph say, let me ask you a question. If a Bank of Ghana bank money transports bullion van transfers 200 million Ghana cedis to Ghana Commercial Bank, and Ghana Commercial Bank received 100 million Ghana cedis, and the drive is 5 million drive, how did 100 million Ghana cedis disappear within 5 million with security guards, or vice versa? I am just giving an example. So how did the WASSCE exams get leaked? Into Joseph Mensah Samuel Walker, no? Of course, WASSCE exams, how it got leaked, is unscrupulous people are in the system. Into no, that's how. And Mela Becca say, question for gods, Jiwu 2. Rosina say, the powers that be have succeeded in bringing our country down. So sad. Faith say, Mahama's speech is in the media space a lot more. Or say Mahama's speech is in the media space. A lot more people will hear, but the report will not be read better. Still, it could be put on the shelf and nobody will see it. Why? K4 Semeka said that is why Mahama, knowing the truth, should reply these fools with common knowledge, or they keep fooling. Replying them as soon as possible will kill their foolish act of ignorance. That be Mahama replying will not kill the foolish act of ignorance as you claim. Because these people, they understand what Mahama is saying. But propaganda. Hey, and that Rasta student he Achimota Rasta student here or pass WASSCE 8 A's no. And there was also any achievements, but you see the whole world. Omotro mass or no first. The whole world do mass quiz. Omotro mass exams. Over 150,000 students in the whole world. Omotro mass. And then a result na by say Rasta students no or no NOD first. Me when they say MPP for Edenam ka say ani Mahama ka say akola no owiemu because Mahama kwa say WASSCE no nkola bebre ye wiemu momo nti Mahama say akola wenso okoko wiemu MPP for Edenam ama Mahama office at the response about what more say enye sa na semneti. Maybe I'll bring you the story later. Nti if you think that Mahama responding is going to bring any solution or is going to shut them up, it is not. They know what they are doing. It is an agenda. Social media there, agenda ne who explain here, you are wasting your time. Wafana adwen and a walk or say wasem. To be explain here, who say wasem more. Intino and the enya Mahama responding as soon as possible is not going to kill any foolishness act. I'm sorry. Margaret say, JM, please send all those Ekufado SHS children back to school when you come to power because 70% of these Ekufado students are useless. I mean, Mahama cannot do that. You can't send them back to school. Now, Mahama Beba and Nankola Ewo University, more about second year Ewo University. How are you going to send them back, Mr. Remo? And I say this MPP fools also criticized President Rawlings for FQ and the JSS and SSS programs when they were in opposition. I wish Professor Edubuahin was still alive and witness his government's educational program failure. Rahel Wangwa was saying MPP has destroyed every sector in Ghana. First, we used to write the exams with our neighboring countries, Nigeria, Gambia, Uganda, and Ghana. I wrote that exams in the year 2009. It is true. First, near Nigeria for other people, into sometimes not questions to me say questions we know it belongs to Nigerians. Into Ghana for mamo answer. Yes, a question where it belongs to Uganda for what I say. But see here, we say yetina a Ghana pe Japan etro. T-Mobile say this EduWatch type doesn't exist in any developed country. T-Mobile say education. What's the benefit for the kids? Hey, what do you mean? What do you mean say education? What's the benefit for the kids? You think education is not beneficial? Why ya namo? Now say me who say some ekwobi peja a religious group womu peja omo trend crofo say education is no good. Masa, obi abeka education is no good, biano. You don't understand what you are saying. Maybe say education, what's the benefit for the kids? You don't understand what you are saying. Because there are types of education. You have formal education, you have informal education. Me melodies amiti hei. Me ye YouTube. Obi betu mi akase wo suame. Indirectly no, I am educating that person. Se metena hana me kasa na me kan bibi na won the first time I would see now say hey melodies idea working the fiance me Matthias here I have educated you. It is all because education. What is the benefit to the kids? You can't do without education if you want to level up in life. You can't. Education is key. It is the key to success. Education is key to success. No, it is the truth. Because for you to be successful at anything, you need to get yourself educated about the thing. Even with football, for you to be a successful footballer, you need to know the rules of the game. It is an education. I also will share football and say, oh, me the mensa a foul. Education. Inti muaya na mokaza say education. No, what is the benefit? What is the benefit? You don't know what you are talking about. Mr. Remo, education is the key to success. There is no one on earth that can be successful at anything without any form of education or without any level of education. No one. There is no one. Inti Mr. Remo, sansem ni yenja ikan. Why? T-Mobile biom say, who do their kids get after they pass? Obima say, most of these students can't even read, write, and express themselves. And we all know this, except the MPPs. The Moano. Ena Mela Ebabesre, Obima say, Ampao, Kamal Farida, or say, the headmasters are right. Because if you have only 20% inspectors why do you choose my school? As someone can say, because we say invigilators no 20% spend and for schools 20%. Then more choosing me school na and na come out for that no. When the go school for Friday na more me school. Yeah, someone. A Prosper say God will punish Akufo-Addo because when I wrote in 2015 under JM, they cancelled some of the papers we finished writing due to their own investigation. But now, even almost an hour before writing papers were circulating, and yet you allowed them to write. Exactly what I was saying. Into Obina war confirm say 2015 or Troy as that time na Mahama na president. You cancel one more paper no because ni say apo eliki. But ende apo liki a yen cancel. It is a Mahama babeka musiye Mahama monka. And then obi confirm no. Me say first no. In fact, even 2015 in put there what me say the early 2000s. Masa. Oti hwe ye be cancel paper no. Hwe ye be cancel. Francis say how many papers got leaked and how many minutes? So 3 papers and only few sections. Students passed in maths, English, science, and social studies. As a 45 minutes to exams, how many students and schools got to access to the paper? There were malpractices. However, we cannot rubbish everything because we are not happy with the government. We should name the schools and teachers involved. I know Efri Francis Kofi, and Abdul Beka said, bro, a lot happens in nowadays certified examination in this country. Philip essay blogger WMT. Me mami baby who di me mami atem me da say. Philip Bequin. Philip. Me be kan asem atro tie. Atem the we are with me no. Anyway, I'm not going to say anything. Mate me da say. If we appear say Godwin, learn sense and educate your future children, the future youth. Stop fooling, and your foolishness over there were serious. Massa, be steady over there. In some hunun aimless MPP followers, you don't think ofui. Hey, wanna watching a Odin Atenzalo. Obi must say, miss call for Nanaba girls prefect. Where are you? Go data prof say MPP invigilators to misbehave. T-Mobile say go and cancel the results then. So what? Stop the stupidity. T-Mobile say Mahama children are in school abroad. And Don Zion say and so didn't Nkrumah himself went to school in abroad. Godwin say fools can understand. Period. Melody. And Melaka say please edit your comments. And T-Mobile say this it's nonsense. So Mahama wants the students to fail. And no okay, and Melaka say, are you okay? Get out of here. Don Zion Beka say, T-Mobile, stop pretending. Also stop pretending, you know the truth. T-Mobile say, Mahama knows this is how it is done. He will do the same thing when he's in power. Every leader wants to look good. T-Mobile, at least you're admitting, say at least. You and propaganda are like Alan and Hobson. Mela and Samuel Canano. T-Mobile say, shut up. I am voting Mahama. But this is nonsense. And Amela Becca said, no, you are voting Alan. Thanks for your understanding. Jacob say, my friend, what Mahama did is wrong. And Mike Becca said, Judge Book, Judge Kobu, and no, Judge Boko. Okay, no, Boko Jacob. Okay, Judge Boko. Telling the truth has become a sin according to your judgments. And say, no. So, in somewhere, Emma comments we in Abano. Yenkonko TSR report no. Etiefo me mo bibia kwaba eba Melodies TV so mama mo ati ase me mama me yimo asutre se MPP4 ahye campaign bi ase etia eye John Dramani Mahama because Mahama akasa se afiwei say wo hwe WASSCE results na abana ye peneye se enkola no omo enwia na MPP phone some more canon and the Mahama and some more canon that is within Kolana tem and all that. Initially, Mamuti as I said, Mahama air canon, based on facts and figures. Me dinkanya tremo, se obi a owo Ghana bia a watro WASSCE na BEC pen from the year 2000 eba no you saw how strict wayek no omoye se wo mote say paper bi leak a ye be cancel na mo atro foforo but this time around in kola no ye ni na ye nim ye ni tia say papers no eliki nanso wayek omo be kasa wo mo say ane omo ma nkola no en cancel papers no omo ntro the same thing enti se Mahama ba na waba be kase ya pene mankola no ewia ema omo apase so that the bear propaganda it is based on insembi but ebia na me na make obeka say oh melodies why you wadwen say obeto abama Mahama intino na we defending on it. Yes, because I've told you I'll vote for Mahama intino ebia obeka say my imagine say meto ama Mahama intino ebia me defending no fair enough ebia me no I'm being biased no problem me na ya na me ye bias na me can obeka say me ye bias that I accept say maybe on this matter I'm being biased, maybe on this matter I am being biased and I'm supporting Mahama, no problem. Now there is an organization bia Africa ha ebibimamu ni na no wo no mo hwe education so omo ye NGO ye from mo EduWatch omo ye research ebe ye esanso ye analysis more like a policy think tank wo mo ye analysis on issues especially on education ewe bibiman emu. Now sa EduWatch fui embra WASSCE fui etro omo paper no ewie ye no omo be ye analysis research ewo nyama bia esiye a womo ede ba betu dwa nti yenkonko read omo report no na omo report no a womo de bae around a year September mu no ye be compare to when the Mahama nsem a woka in December na yehu ne say Mahama ebia ntro no wotwa ana say omo ye research no omo tro omo report de dada no eye no kware e na Mahama oka very simple nti we here this is the report or say EduWatch statement on WASSCE 2023 nti ye omo tro WASSCE ni wie ye no e no omo di omo statement e bae mind you Mahama asem a waka he has said it in December nkrofo we statement a omo tro statement as far back as September yankenkan. Also on Tuesday, 26 September 2023, the West African Examinations Council completed the conduct of the 2023 West African Senior School Certificate Examination. Following our monitoring of the conduct of the examinations, we wish to make the following statement. So almost in September, and Ankolanetro exams ni wiye, Ankolanetro exams ni wiye no, omo any omo agents, omo ehu bibia e course so ewo exams ni mu. Yankenkan. Or say questions security. Now I say we welcome the collaboration between the National Intelligence Bureau (NIB), formerly BNI, and WAEC, facilitated by the Ministry of Education. This has significantly enhanced the security of WASSCE questions. We, however, note some security breaches leading to the circulation of questions for Social Studies 1, Biology 2, and further elective Mathematics 2 papers on social media about 45 minutes ahead of the scheduled time for the examinations. While appreciating the swift investigations leading to the arrest of the culprits, we call for an expedited prosecution with outcomes made public. So I must say, BNI for anyway for ebo muse nanka papers ni yempene manin leaky. But 45 minutes to say womoko tro exams no. Elective maths section B leaky. Social studies section A leaky. Biology section B leaky. Na ewo muse police for ediechire kokoche omo a womo ma papers no eye den leaky de. Now so the papers were not cancelled. Still ya mankolane troye. Questions na leaky no. Still ya mankolane troye. Amende ehun results aba. Me say enkrofo we nsem a womo de betu dwa no. Omo kan in September. Mahama asem a wo kan eye December. Enti se Mahama ebeka se ya pene ama nkolane ewie mu a odika na se wondika. Me say proud to sa examsi answer na president Akufo-Addo beba no. Sa time no WASSCE WAEC paper bia liki a ye cancel obi a wa exams for Ghana bia wonim meboa amonka drep se meboa amonka yesi paper liki ma ya che nkrofo a wo mu liki paper no nanso ya cancel paper no still ye mankola ne throw the same questions. What are you telling me? Na Mahama baba beka se ye pene mankola ne wiya ya o se ya ne Mahama nsem a wo ka ne ndimu Yento aso. Or say, WASSCE reports of arrest at exam centers. Now, in the first one, I can a different one. Another one, so in we more course will be bringing and crofui or more reports. And I refer to the reports now. Or say, WASSCE report of arrest at exam centers. Also, we welcome the arrest of persons arrested by WASSCE and security agencies for alleged collusion with candidates to cheat at some examination centers. A successful prosecution and publishing of outcomes is critical to building public and stakeholder confidence in the fight against examination malpractice and fraud. Inti yasi ye in krofwa na enkolane tro paper no. Omo wo room ho ho tre nkolana de no ye chi bi mo. Why are we behaving as we are hypocrites? After the Mahama na asem a wo ka no enye fact. Records wo ho. Aya chi nkrofo mpo wempo de omo aya chi omo nini o. There are some people bi aya nchi omo. Invigilators ni bi omo ese hwe na nkola ne tre exams no omo tre nkola no wo exam hall e ma ya chi omo nti e ho report na aba aya tro say the police for chi nkrofo no police no aya ade ye to aso escalation in examinations center fraud nti so far no inwiemu mienu ne yaka ho asem 1 paper ni leak 45 minutes to time 2 teachers ni bi and invigilators ni bi trend kolana de e we inside aye chi omo. Now the third one no you see escalation in examinations center fraud. You read here no so. Also due to the enhanced question security, the strategy of cheating networks has intensified at the examination centers, especially where external supervisors are absent. Questions were solved by some recalcitrant teachers and transmitted via WhatsApp platforms to candidates at some centers. Other schools had answers written on boards for students to copy, with students paying as much as 1,000 Ghana cedis. And therefore, are you reading what I'm saying? I'm reading. Are you listening to what I'm reading? You see, your man Kolani be the Masa. Me adia me chimu wiasim yobi a wo ye nyatwum. You see, your man Kolani be womo de omo phones era exam so. And my teachers native room omo questions no asolve questions na senya man kola na via WhatsApp. E kola ni bi nso no teachers no ekogina board so baby aye treasures and the teachers ni gina board so ade ntia because ebimo yama external invigilators amba e teachers na ne yema omo invigilate omo nti omo board ne so ene yama omo atro answers no omo atro answers na gu board ne so ena nkola no etro WASSCE for ankasa say wo mo cancel nkola ni bi papers die ntia omo ehu ne say nkola ne answers no AI generated sebe previousa AI generated answers no AI no ye assess AI system no ewo he sebe ye assess no won framem AI system ye assess we he ye framem ye phone. It is a WASSCE nanka say mu nenum ono aba beka say nkola ni be AI answers no mama ya not say nkola ni be ye mo the phone say remu control exams no. And this is a report. Proud to Mahama saying this no. This is a report from Edu Africa Watch. Africa Edu Watch. NGO a hwe ebibiman education so and omo kan say nkola no. So the third level of cheating no no. First one and they say exams ni lekiye. Second one and they say yema encrophobi ekokotire nkola no we say. Third one they say nkola no WhatsApp na teachers na survey questions ni send ya momo wo WhatsApp na teachers ni bi nso survey wo board so amomo. 3 levels of cheating ena aba yanto aso. Or say escalation requires a renewed response by strengthening examination center external security. Inti sa NGO ya wo mo hwe bibiman education no omo ka tre WASSCE next time no mo make sure say mo the external security beko because we je omo teachers na ade omo ye no. Now or say inadequate capacity of WASSCE to deploy WASSCE external supervisors to all centers for all papers. Yankin kind. By 2022 WASSCE had the capacity to deploy its own external supervisors to only 20% of WASSCE centers at a given time. As submitted by EduWatch in its 2021 and 2022 WASSCE monitoring reports, the use of Ghana Education Service staff as supervisors is a major flaw in the security arrangement of WASSCE. This is because many of them have vested interest in the outcome of the examinations and are potentially in conflict of interest. The number of GES staff arrested over the years for colluding with candidates to cheat affirms this position. The Ministry of Education must resource WASSCE to recruit adequate non-GES external supervisors at every center doing every paper. It's therefore na idea way intertemu na simple. Ya ye true WASSCE any BC ewo Ghana no. Early 2000s, na school bia ewo external invigilator. Inti ebeye din se ubewia. External invigilator no eye WASSCE ni a WASSCE na 8 ya neka. Se mumbra mehwe nkola ne so na obi wie mu a monche no. That is the external invigilator. Sa report yi etre se aban entumi enya sika amfa ma WASSCE. Emma WASSCE entumi enya external invigilators and ma schools ni na so only 20% of schools pe. Inti Ghana say SHS schools ni 100 a 20 pe ana SHS schools ni 10 a 2 pe ena WASSCE fo ankasa to medium invigilators score ye enkan ne de ye jama GES fo no GES fo nso ye government appointees omo nso e wo conflict of interest na aban na wo so inti de obeya enkola ne be pass no de aba be propaganda say ma aban na wo so na enkola na pass no eno na GES fo kokoro ye. This is what the report is saying. Inti GES for no call no inti report ni chire mu kra na say ye feel say wo mu omutwa ntro a yanko police for ho ne yanko ngo he say GES for no ya chi bebre because no mu wie mu amankola no. This is what the report is saying. Or say the number of GES staff arrested over the years for colluding with candidates to cheat affirms this position. It is a Mahama beka say ye wie mu amankola no ye mankola le wie mu ne de aba ye propaganda. Na wo betina ho na wo bo Mahama echi say asem wa Mahama aka na nya sa na eti a. Who your truthful? Who your truthful? Because answer na Mahama beka no. Sa edu watch for yi. E the report aba. E mo aka ho asem de dada. E ne de wan kwankwa atake omo. Mahama beka the same thing e wo report ni mu na nde wo be bo Mahama echi. Yakupo ne betua oka. Ye chaso obi beka se melodies asa obuefu yes me se me ade a mechi wo wiasum ye nyaatwom mama wati ase se oman we NDC ne Mahama kasa ye hu ne se 7 prayers omo de omo ye bonsamiti momo nka. Yesterday I brought you the same story, the same thing na Mahama kan ye NDC fo kan efa Ghana judges so ye ma NDC fo hu so omo de omo ye bonsamfo ni kwan se mo kasa nanso special prosecutor be kan ye de judges for any Ghana Bar Association ni na akwa ye meeting say de o kan ya ti ase na afi ye be ye adwuma bom de. We are hypocrites in this country. Ye adwen say ebi mu de omo kasa ye say ye omo asemo mbe kan de ye no kware kra na ye mo nka ye nso de ye mpene saa na mo ye ene ye tuti ase nipa kro no ema mo tia mo ma ye tia se mo ba be ye best mo ba ye no se mo abon hwen kwen mo abon ye nto aso inti inwiemu no say no 4 inwiemu no this is the 4th one. I see WASSCE external monitors. I see WASSCE roving monitors approach to augment the deficits in their capacity to deploy stationed WASSCE external supervisors is innovative. We condemn the instances where monitors were delayed entry into examination centers to buy time and conceal evidence of cheating at examination centers. All school heads, owners, cited by WASSCE for preventing their monitors from entering in real time must be sanctioned by the GES and the National Schools Inspectorate Authority with outcomes published. Now, WASSCE na nkasa. Ghana o. Ade. Etiefo, WASSCE na emu, WASSCE fo na nkasa bi omo enum aka say. Omo monitors ni bi omo monitor schools ni bi no. Echo schools ni bi no. Headmasters ewo schools ono ampene ma monitors no enra schools ni mu. Omo delay omo. Die ntia because ni ye wie mu amankola no. Nti ebia na teacher bi atro answers ne gu board ne so amankola no nti WASSCE ni no eremu no. Ya sheda amanaka epono echi. Say teacher ne paper board ne so answer WASSCE ni no. Eremu WASSCE na ne no mutu WASSCE for ankasa na ekan. say schools ni bi ade a headmasters ni ye no headmasters no prevented WAEC monitors no from entering into the schools because they were cheating and they wanted to conceal evidence. WAEC na nkasa na asɛm a wɔkan nti sɛ WAEC na wɔ mark no ɔno na asɛm a waka ni sɛ teachers ni bi wie mu headmasters ni bi wie mu na Mahama aba be kan the same thing na o sɛ Mahama asɛm a wɔka no ani kwan sɛ wɔka WAEC na wɔ no 30 years and ɔno aka the same thing na Mahama aba be kan wo sɛ den adan ni yɛte saa adan no man mu yɛte saa adan yɛto aso ɔsɛ the GES Code of Conduct and the Fight Against Exam Fraud. Also, examination malpractice is major misconduct under Section 3.32 Public Examinations of the GES Code of Conduct, with sanctions ranging from suspension, reduction in rank stroke salary to dismissal. It is noteworthy that acts that constituted examination malpractice in the past have evolved into today's bricks businesses of examination center collusion, where some students pay up to 1,000 cedis to some teachers to supervise cheating. With teachers at the center, it is obvious the sanctions regime provided by the GES Code of Conduct is not deterrent enough. Yes, students need each year as much as 1,000 cedis. Emma teachers no more coin emo. Na areho semo e woman say WAEC for each teachers say teachers na 1,000 cedis per student too. And I mean him say, okay, I'm not sure I say per student, but the teachers now 1,000 cedis, only have the 1,000 cedis a boom. No more to my teacher, and teachers name more. A ya na GES and 3 teachers now so sa. Until say GES shas, yes, say, omode aso train the ding. Ebi a chi teacher na, yes, wo, ya bane on tra debium. Report, no, that is what it says. Or see, escalate the sanctions regime to an outright dismissal. This would be the boldest ethical statement of the GES leadership against the participation of staff in examination malpractice and fraud, as I said. Now, say urgent need to amend the WAEC Act. Or say, as far back as 2021, WAEC submitted at a stakeholder convening in Koforidua hosted by Parliament with the Ministry of Education, security agencies and GES in attendance that the sophistry in today's examination malpractice and fraud was fast overtaking the deterrent relevance of the WAEC Act 2006, Act 719. The sanctions regime provided in the law is significantly outdated, whereas the scope is too constricted to provide a responsive legal framework for a credible examination. This makes the pursuit of adequate sanctions, successful prosecution of examination malpractice, fraud corporates very challenging. The Ministry of Education must prioritize the amendment of the WAEC law. Now, conclusion. Ose Eduwatch commends the collaboration between the Ministry of Education, NIB, WAEC, and the Ghana Police Service to ensure a credible WASSCE 2023. The commitment of the Ghana Police Service and the judiciary is even more crucial for ensuring the expedited prosecution of all those arrested for various acts of examination malpractice and fraud. Accra, October 9th, 2023. And Nkrofui, omo reports by Mahama, December. Ononso aka the same thing that what reports him. You say Mahama de monka. Nkrofui throw reports in about October. Oh. Yang camp she and train Nkrofui. Mahama can the same thing. Mahama mpo de. Ono mpo de one can be ono can bear 1 point per. Nkrofui share in remu na womo kana womo bon remu bako 5 different eso. Mahama de say teachers need the pen okan. Any happening ye mu amankola ne pen okan. The ye release papers no 45 minutes to time. The teachers no ebiji 1,000 cedis. The womo trot regu board so amomo. Any answer ni Mahama mboso bako per out of the 5. Ye report actually say womo ewiemu no na Ghana for see ekoko apai. Mo ye den mo pa mo nka sentia Mahama. Ya kan say ono ne yebeto ama no. You can go to hell. Montre mo your comment box ni mo. Bedase.